right, let's hit the field.
All rise.
Just wanted to talk, that's all.
Today is Sunday, September 29th, and it was a rainy day in the Bronx for game number 162. Yankees have already clinched home field advantage in the American League, so this game was just for numbers. My recap, your reactions coming up next. This is Pinstripe Territory.
Welcome to the New York City.
Pinstripe Territory.
Just when they thought I was out.
Hey, pull me back, kid.
All right. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. Postgame show number 162 this year. We did it every single day, and I only missed one of them live, so 161 for me. Big go-ahead single from Alex Verdugo in the 8th inning today. Big double play from the Yankees in the 6th inning. 2-run homer by Grisham right out of the gate. He had 3 RBIs today, probably trying to make a last-minute case to be on the postseason roster. And the Yankees finish out the season at 94-68. I added it up because we had a rain delay. So we did 162 post-game shows and 119 voicemail shows. That's 281 podcasts for the uninitiated. So if you checked out every single one of them, if you're here now, if you were a part of this journey, salute to you. Playoff time, baby. You realize my Icy Hot is in frame. This is not sponsored by Icy Hot, but we are sponsored by Mint Mobile today. Anyway, Yankees finished the season 94-68. Like I said, pretty ballsy move to close it out with Clay Holmes in the 9th inning of a game that you desperately want to end. Since we last spoke, the Yankees clinched home field advantage throughout the American League playoffs. That happened via loss by the Guardians yesterday. So this game really didn't mean anything. And it's crazy to think that yesterday might have been Juan Soto's final regular season game with the Yankees. Also found out yesterday that Rizzo has not one but 2 fractured fingers. That's why Ben Rice was out there today. Didn't show me much offensively or defensively. And stick around because we are going to give away, or we're going to show the belt leaderboard for the season. The final tally. You guys have been asking for this for years. And yes, we are going to do post-game shows live, also all postseason. So tune in for all that. Long rain delay. That's why we're getting together here at 7:30. But yeah, stick around for the recap. Let's talk a little bit about Clarke Schmidt because he had a lot of difficulty with the conditions today. He did not look good. His command abandoned him. 3rd straight start that he has really labored. Honestly, and that is not what you want headed into the playoffs. You want to go into the playoffs feeling good, and really Garrett Cole is the only guy who's going to enter the playoffs feeling good right now for our rotation. You know, Schmidt not pitching well. Luis Gil got hammered his last time out, and then Carlos Rodon didn't have his best outing last time out. So, look, you'd like to be feeling better. Maybe they'll get some side sessions or whatever. But not ideal. Final line for Clarke Schmidt today, 4 innings, 3 hits, 4 runs, 4 walks, 5 strikeouts. He finishes the season with a 2.85 ERA, but 3 bad starts in a row. Let's talk a little bit about over-unders. So this is something that we did before the season with Max Goodman. I'm sure a lot of you were, a part of that live show. So I thought we could revisit the over and unders that we put together and see how we scored. So first one, we did 10 of these. First one is Nestor Cortez, over under 20.5 starts. We both took the under, and he made 30 starts this year. So we got that wrong. Volpe, 235 average. We both took the over. He went over, not by a ton. He hit 243, so 8 points over on that. So that's a hit. Judge, 44.5 home runs. Keep in mind that he only hit 37 last year because he had the toe injury. So, it was really more about his health than anything. But we both had over, and he finished with 58. Bingo, bango, bongo. DJ LeMahieu, 265 average. I don't even know what he hit, but it was under that. And he hit like 200 or so. Stanton, 28.5 home runs. We both took over, and he was under. He finished with 27. He started today. So this one was undecided, and he finished with 27. So, that's a loss for both of us. I got to update the wins. We finished over in wins. Dominguez, 81.5 games. We both took the under. He finished it under. There was talk back during the minor leagues, or when he was coming up through the minor leagues from his rehab, that he could be back mid-season, but he had the oblique injury. He probably would have been back when Stanton went down, so this could have been different, but he ended up coming up in September, did not have a good September, offensively or defensively. He finishes the season at 179. He had a couple of home runs, and he was atrocious defensively. You got to wonder if he'll be on the playoff roster. He does have good at-bats. He had some walks, so we'll see. We'll talk about that. That's something I want you guys to call in about. Rizzo, 23.5 home runs. We both took over, and he was under. He finished with 8. Carlos Rodon, 4 ERA. I took over. Max took under. Max beat me there, and he finished with 3.96 ERA. Soto, 37.5 home runs. We both took under because the thought was he hit so many balls to left field, and the Bronx is just so deep out there, it's Death Valley, that we figured that they'd be flyouts or doubles. So I was counting on about 34, 35 home runs. Instead, 41. Left field was no match. He was hitting balls off the wall to the bleachers. Just unbelievable season from Juan Soto. And then 93.5 wins. I took the over. Max took the under. And I win, according to today's victory. And so we both tie with 5-5. Max will be on later this week to preview the postseason. Did I mess it? Did I put under? So let me just double check here. So we got, I put wins. That was dumb. That's why, when you're trying to do a live show and make edits at the same time, it can be a little difficult. So yeah, we tied at 5 there. Let's talk a little bit about the playoff content before we get to the recap here. Just what you can expect this week. So we're going to do a voicemail show tomorrow. So I'll take your takes on, the playoffs, on Juan Soto's contract, free agents or trades you're thinking about for the offseason, anything you want to talk about, the left field situation, the starting pitching, the bullpen, whatever you want to talk about, we'll talk about it tomorrow. We'll also be doing a ALDS preview show later this week, tentatively scheduled for Thursday, but it might be Friday. It depends on Max's schedule. The Yankees have a workout at the stadium that he has to cover. So, and then once the playoffs begin, voicemail show every morning, post-game show after every game. We might do some watch parties depending on the situation, the game, and so forth. But I feel like there's a lot of watch parties going on, and they don't have a lot of, next day value. So odds are we won't get a great audience for it. So I'd rather just do the post-game shows and the voicemail shows. That seems to be what you guys like the best. And then once the season is over, we'll either have a massive World Series celebration podcast or we'll do a live postmortem show this year. Usually we, do the postmortem as like this highly produced thing behind the scenes, but we're not using highlights anymore. So that makes it a little bit more difficult. So we're going to do if we do a postmortem, it'll be live like this. So if you're new and you're into any of that, go ahead and subscribe so you don't miss out on any of that. And Clay Holmes says, breaking, I didn't blow a save. Congrats, Clay. Good job. Good job. And, Mets and Braves have a doubleheader tomorrow. So that's, if the Mets win, they are in the postseason. So we could see a Subway Series. It is not out of the realm of possibility. Andrew Calabria says, should we expect KC or Baltimore? I would bet KC is going to win that series. Just having played them both recently, although the Orioles have gotten hot at the right time. They've got some guys healthy. It's going to be a good series. I'm going to watch probably every inning of that series. But if I had to pick, I'd probably say KC. So we're going to do a quick ad from Mint Mobile, and then we'll be back with the final recap of the regular season. And then we're going to give out the final belt of the regular season and view the final belt leaderboard for the season. Be back in 60 seconds.
I love a great deal, but I'm not going to run sprints in the outfield just to save a few bucks. It's got to be easy. With Mint Mobile, it really is that easy to get wireless for just $15 a month. when you purchase a 3-month plan. The best part? Purchase and activation are super simple. Honestly, the longest part of the whole process is waiting on hold while you break up with your old provider. Just go to mintmobile.com/territory. Right now, all of their 3-month plans are only $15 a month, and that includes the unlimited plan. And all of their plans come with high-speed data, unlimited talk and text on the nation's largest 5G network. You can even use your own phone with any Mint Mobile plan and bring your current number along with all your contacts. So, if you want to get this new customer offer and your first 3 months of premium wireless for just $15 a month, go to mintmobile.com/territory. That's mintmobile.com/territory. Cut your wireless bill down to just $15 a month with Mint Mobile. Upfront $45 payment required, equivalent to $15 a month. New customers only. Speed may slow after 40 gigabytes on the unlimited plan. Additional taxes, fees, and restrictions apply. See Mint Mobile for details.
All right, let's go. Let's get it going.
All right. So doubled to lead off the game for Gleyber Torres. He had a couple of doubles today. And then Trent Grisham went deep to make it 2-0. 9th home run of the year for Grisham. He had 34 hits this year, and 9 of them were home runs. That's crazy. It's going to be interesting to see how the postseason outfield shakes out. They have 2 less roster spots than they had today. So one of Verdugo, Grisham, or Dominguez probably won't make the roster. My guess, just the way the Yankees do things, is that Dominguez won't make it. Because, Verdugo's had some big hits lately. He had the home run the other night. He had the 2-run single today. He plays great defense. And Grisham plays great defense if you need to go in, if you need to bring somebody in for defense late in the game or whatever. But Dominguez he just didn't do enough. He had some walks. He had a couple of home runs, but he hit just 179. And like I said, didn't play great D. So it won't shock me if the Yankees say, hey, wait till next year. You're 21 years old. Sit on the bench and enjoy it. And then maybe he'll be on in the second round or something if somebody gets hurt. But that would be my prediction. Pittsburgh went back out in front in the top of the third. Schmidt was just struggling with the conditions on the mound. Grounds crew was out. He was kicking at it. He was complaining. Just didn't look comfortable. And look, when you're a breaking ball guy and you've got wet baseballs, it's very difficult to command that breaking ball. And so that's what we saw today. Yankees went back out in front in the bottom of the third inning. Double by Torres, base hit by Grisham. Double play from Giancarlo. And watching Giancarlo run in the rain, it's like watching a tortoise wiggle through quicksand. Just slow doesn't describe it. Pirates tied up the game in the 5th and knocked Clark Schmidt out of the game. Final line, 4 innings, 3 hits, 4 runs, 4 walks, 5 strikeouts. Just not a good day. Finishes with a 2.85 ERA, 1.18 whip. Hamilton looked really sharp in the 6th, got a big double play. Bottom 7, Volpe walked and stole second base, but got picked off trying to steal third base. Got thrown out trying to steal twice today. First time in his career. And I feel like he was trying to stat pad and try and get to 30 stolen bases. He finishes with 28. Good at-bats from Dominguez and Birdie to draw walks to load the bases in the bottom of the 8th after Wells got hit by a pitch. And then Verdugo poked a 2-run single through the right side to put the Yankees up 6-4. And has he done enough to make the postseason roster? We'll find out soon. I guess the final rosters will probably come out Thursday or Friday. Usually it's the day before, so Friday we'll probably have a deadline of like 3 o'clock when they got to bring in their rosters. So we'll find out then who's on the roster and who is not. But tough day for Volpe. Robert Ryan says Volpe's still not playing well. Didn't have a great year. Hit 243, 657 OPS. Solid defense this year. Probably won't win a Gold Glove, but better than last year. Hit 209. So if he improves by another 30 points next year, then it's a solid year. But I want the Volpe that we had for the first month and a half. Anyway, Yankees hang on to win 6-4. Clay Holmes shuts it down in the 9th.
Ball game over. Yankees win. Yankees win. You're our winner.
Stephanie says, who do you think will be on the playoff roster? tune into the voicemail show tomorrow because I'm going to do a segment on the postseason roster, how I would do it. And keep in mind, how I would do it would not necessarily be how the Yankees will do it. But I'd imagine they're going to load up the bullpen. They might not have Stroman. He didn't. You don't need a starter. The only reason he would be on there is to bulk roll in the bullpen if you're way down in the game. The outfield is going to be interesting between the three outfielders. I suspect they're going to go with Verdugo for left field and Grisham as the fourth outfielder. But we'll take care of all that tomorrow. I think Birdie should be on the roster. I'm not sure about Rice. I'm not sure about Rizzo. I mean, obviously with 2 broken fingers. They say pain tolerance, but Paul O'Neill said, yeah, how are you going to turn on a 98-mile-an-hour fastball with 2 broken fingers? So I think you got to play somebody who's healthy. Maybe Oswaldo at first base? I don't know. We'll talk about it tomorrow. Belt today, Trent Grisham. Scotto says Wells is in a major slump. He tagged one today, but came up just short. Joe Vittori says Soto stays. I don't think so, man. I'm still kind of working on that. Every year I put together a list of a prediction video of 5 Yankees who won't be back, and I'm debating whether or not Juan Soto goes on that list. We'll see. But let's take a look at the belt leaders for the season. So we got Juan Soto, number 1 with 17. Aaron Judge, number 2 with 13. Luis Gil, number 3 with 9. Remember how great he was earlier this year? Seemed like every time out he was throwing like 6 innings with 1 run allowed or 1 hit allowed. It was just insane. So 9 belts for him. Carlos Rodon, very nice bounce back year with 8 belts. Oswaldo Cabrera with 6 belts. A lot of production early in the season from Oswaldo. Nestor Cortez with 4. Giancarlo with 4. Anthony Rizzo, Austin Wells, and now Trent Grisham with 4. Anthony Volpe with 3. Clark Schmidt with 3. Luke Weaver with 3, all in the second half. He's looked great. Garrett Cole with 3. Alex Verdugo with 2. Marcus Stroman with 2. Gleyber Torres with 2. And several others with 1. So there you have it. There are the belt winners for 2024. We will do them in the postseason, but we're going to reset the leaderboard in the postseason. We're going to reset the leaderboard. So there you have it. Enjoy it. This is what we like. Juan Soto and Aaron Judge dominating. So, all right, let's go ahead and take a few more comments. And Richard says, what, no belt to Holmes? Come on. For what? Not blowing the game? Come on. Let's be real here.
That ball is high.
I don't think Clay Holmes had any belts. Frankie, if you're in the chat, maybe you can let us know if he had any, because I don't have all the ones. There's several people who had 1, including you, Darvish, got a belt. So, anyway. Snickle B says Torres has been killing it since going to the leadoff spot. Yeah, he's looked great. Having him hitting in the postseason is going to be good. It seemed like the Yankees' intensity over the last week or so was lacking. And so it'll be interesting to see, if they can flip the switch once the lights are bright next Saturday night. And again, it's going to be either the Royals or the Orioles, and that's going to be a good series. Potential MVP candidate in Bobby Witt Jr., and then the Orioles, they dominate the Yankees, and they just came in and took 2 out of 3, so they're going to be feeling good about it. Yankees are going to be rested, but we'll see if they're a little rusty, because that 5-day layoff typically has been not very good for some of these teams. The Braves especially, the Astros have had no trouble with it. So I think if they use it wisely, they rest up, but they stay active, keep their timing, I think it could be okay. So, all right, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for watching. It's been a great season. I tip my hat and show you my bald head. And we will be back tomorrow with a morning voicemail show. Be sure to tune in for that. And call in 718-899-1068. Thanks for a great season, over 280 podcasts, and we'll see you next time.
Ball game over.
If you enjoyed this video, please drop a like and give us a subscribe. It helps other Yankees fans find the channel. We're also on all your favorite podcast platforms and social media. Join the community, have some fun. We're here after every game. This is Pinstripe Territory.